There is nothing quite as scary as stepping on the gas pedal to merge onto a busy freeway and having the engine stumble or simply not respond at all. That momentary loss of control is often linked to the throttle position sensor, and specifically code P2121, which indicates a range or performance issue with the throttle or pedal position sensor D circuit. In modern cars, there is no physical cable connecting your foot to the engine. Instead, it is all electronics. The throttle position sensor, or TPS, is basically a potentiometer, which is a fancy word for a variable resistor. As you press the pedal, the voltage signal sent to the computer changes, usually from around 0.5 volts at idle up to about 4.5 volts at full throttle. The computer uses this signal to decide how much fuel to inject and how much air to let in. When code P2121 sets, the computer is seeing a signal that doesn't make sense for the current conditions, or the signal is jumping around erratically. This D circuit refers to a specific part of that sensor array. The symptoms are hard to miss. Your check engine light will be on. You might see black smoke from the exhaust during acceleration, and you will definitely feel hesitations, stumbles, or a complete lack of power. The cause is usually boiled down to wear and tear. These sensors have little wiper arms inside that rub against a resistor track, and over thousands of miles, they wear out, creating dead spots. Think of it like a volume knob on an old stereo that makes a scratchy noise when you turn it. It could also be a wiring issue, like a harness rubbing against a metal bracket causing a short or water getting into the connector. Diagnosing this requires a bit of finesse. A standard scan tool can show you the idle and wide open throttle readings, but scan tools take snapshots of data. They might miss a split-second dropout in the signal. That is why I love using an oscilloscope for this. It draws a line on a screen representing the voltage. You want to see a smooth, clean line as you press the pedal. If you see jagged spikes or dropouts, the sensor is toast. If you do not have an oscilloscope, you can try the wiggle test. While the engine is running or the key is on, watch the sensor data and wiggle the wiring harness and connector. If the numbers jump around just because you touch the wire, you have found a bad connection. Also, make sure to check for that 5-volt reference signal at the connector. If you are not getting 5 volts from the computer, the sensor cannot do its job. Ideally, replacing the sensor fixes it, but always clean those connectors and check the wires first to avoid doing the job twice.